Hello everybody. We are back with another episode of Minecraft, and today I have some plans for us. We're starting back off here, where we were last episode at the kelp farm that I made outside of the city. Now, we have to do a little bit of work still. I haven't worked on it all. The only thing I've done is make the timing system. So before we had the observer wasn't working, the daylight sensor wasn't working. Found out the daylight sensor wasn't working because of the thing. So my first attempt is I built the observer way up there with the redstone signal down to the trapdoor. Now, in theory, I thought that'd work. I did a 10-hour recording in the cam account just floating above this farm just to get timings and stuff and see how much I make per minute, stuff like that. Didn't get any. Why? Because the observer up there, these kelps didn't grow, that one kelp didn't grow that high, so it never broke. That made me realize, oh, I should do a line of them. And then I lowered them as well because they didn't get that high in the first place. So I lowered the line of observers to about right here. I figured at least one of them would grow that high on that side, and then if it ever didn't, which I didn't expect to be too often, we could just press a button and set it off ourselves. But that also didn't work because it didn't get to that point either. So what I ended up doing instead is just making a clock. Now, I went through a lot of research and figured out a lot of ways to use redstone, and I made a system that it's a hopper clock or a hopper timer, but it goes off way longer apart than a normal hopper clock by using two hopper clocks. One hopper clock starts another hopper clock, so you have a base time and then the amount times that. So with the clock that I've used, I kind of modified someone else's design that I found on YouTube. Did a lot of research, figured this was the best thing for me, and modified it a little bit, and it's this thing right here. If anyone wants to know how this works or see a tutorial on it, I will make a video. Just let me know down in the comments below. But the way this works is this is a normal hopper clock. There is and I'll explain this best I can because the video that I got this from was a lower YouTuber, I would have to say. Not lower because it was bad quality thing, just not a lot, like me, not a lot of subs, not a lot of people watching, and then he didn't talk at all. He used notes to type out everything he was saying, which he's still a little low time, doesn't talk into anything, just a low time YouTuber type thing. So I don't really know how it works off of anything except from my own knowledge. But the way it works, as far as I'm aware, it has this base time. I have it filled. The way he typed it in the thing said about 150 items is about 1 minute in a hop clock, which is accurate per tick speed and hopper speed. I filled it up all the way. I'm not sure exactly what that would be, but it goes back and forth like a normal hop clock. When it finally gets all the way across to 1, they're both lit at all times with both, but as soon as one of them becomes empty for that split second, it'll set off this T flip-flop. Now that will switch the redstone block from one side to the other, which is a perfect timer switch to turn the thing on and off. But instead of turning it on and off, I have put it into another hopper clock, and then this is doing the same thing. This has one stack of items in it. Now, every time this goes off, this switches for half a second. These both get unpowered like that, and then one item transfers. So now it's at 3 on this side, and it keeps doing that. When this is finally down to 0 for that split second, just like before, it sends a quick pulse. And the way the quick pulse works is this turns off for half a second while this flips and then turns back on. So it's one pulse, and that one pulse activates the trap door. Now this is about 2.5 hours. One stack and a full hopper clock to begin with is about 2.5 hours. I don't know the exact timing, but that's the best way I can explain that. So works good. I've done some recordings. I've done another 10-hour thing just to see what it does. It does pretty good. I never counted how much kelp or anything I got. It was just collecting and then despawning. But it works great. This is fully functional now. What I want to do for the beginning of this episode, I have 2 different plans today. I want to lower this whole barrier and build it up to about this height. I don't want the kelp growing. It doesn't grow any higher. There's no point. So I don't really want it out of the water if it doesn't have to be. I'll probably put the wood around this level and then bury it off. The top layer will be one water source pushing this way, which I'll show in a bit while I make it. And then that will lead down into whatever tube system I do down there. So I'm going to get to work. Lengthy intro, but I'm going to get to work here and we'll jump in on that progress. I know it's a little dark right now, But I'm just finishing clearing the cobblestone I placed to get rid of this water layer. Like I said, I was at the top of it. I kind of got the design I want. Like I said in the last episode, it's just a very simple design. Now, to kind of show you what I'm doing with this, I need to break a couple blocks facing the wall, which would be this way. So actually I need to break all this glass here. It'll flow back at first, but that's expected. And I also need to fix this spot over here, because I noticed that this water was taken away. I don't know why that happened. I don't know if I placed something wrong at some point, or what I did, but I didn't foresee this at all, that's for sure. And is it good now? Yeah, it's good now. Okay, I'm going to remove this, place a barrier out there so the water doesn't flow in, and so they all flow to one center point. Get some of these out of the way so I can show you guys this better. Kind of see what I'm doing? I'm going like this. I'm building a layer where they're going to get caught in all the kelp. I have my hole right there that's lined up with the hole on the inside. This is where I want it to come out. I'm going to put a sign on this piece of glass. Then I put water sources on both sides, and these will flow all to this one point and then out this way to a pipe. To do that, I need to make a tube around it. I figured trapdoors would look the best, so this should work if I go like this all the way and make walls with the trapdoors. And then I need to also do this side as well and then clear it out of the water with the cobble. So it shouldn't be too much, but this would be like the outside of the wall, and then this would be the actual wall. So it would just be a little bump out of trapdoors on the side of this build, which I think looks pretty nice. So I'm going to get on that, and then we'll jump back in there and place the water. Okay, before I do the other one and put the water in the other plan, I just wanted to show you this is the new update. We're going to drop them into this spot. That way the trapdoors look nice and clean and don't have to, because we can't put a wall here because of this trapdoor. We can't put a wall because of this trapdoor. We can't do it this one. So I figured we'd have it nice and clean right all in one little open gap. And that way we can actually see, we'll put a sign here, and that way you can actually see the items drop in one single column at some point throughout this. So if we ever wanted to test out how much it gets per minute or something, this would be a good way to look at it and see it. But I'm going to go back in here. You'll notice that I already cleared the water. And we can go in here and put the... I can't get in there, can I? I should have saw that one coming. Yeah, I'll just break this. And then we'll put water in here, and this should work, but... Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I needed to, you know what? I had to do it anyways. I'll do it now. I need to place blocks right here. And the reason... Nope, not right there. Right here. Now, let's get this one back before I forget about it and can't get in here. So make them all going while I do this. Nope. That. Did I make them all full again? Yeah, okay. If I place blocks like this, it will push them all out, and then I have to break them afterwards and refill those water spots. That way all this water flows normally, which looks like it's working out. Okay guys, bear with me, it's dark again. You see right here that we have this wall. It just looks like that. If I actually come through here and can I swim in this fake wall? Either way, if we throw an item, say we can get way over there, nope, that, it still comes through. So I don't know if it's actually there or if it's just fake, but as soon as we put the glass back and get rid of all of this, this water disappears just like planned. So that's all working good as far as I can tell. We just need to go in there and break all those. As for this, we need our 2 buckets of water. One will go over this way, and it will do this weird thing because of the trapdoors. No, you know what it is? I have to do this. Here we go. Yeah, I'll go this way. It'll still do that weird connecting to the other water thing, but it eventually stops. Why does it stop? Is that 8 blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who would have known? Okay, that kind of sucks for this plan. I kind of have to move this over one. which will still work out. We'll do like a little loop-de-loop. We might even put it in the middle, come out and do a little loop. Might look better anyways. Get one more block though, one more bucket. Go this way, right there, and then we'll have to adjust all of this. This should be working. I have to remove that. I'm going to readjust the pipe and get it laid out the way I want it. That is it. That's the end. Where we need to be comes to here, and now they're ready to be piped into the furnace array, and this should be working 100% kelp farm. We're going to head to the other side of this so you guys can see it. I don't think I have an entrance in this area, so I need to kind of fly over this way. Right? No, how do I get down there? How do I now remember. I'm trying to think of all the ways to get below the earth without just digging a hole. This will be one of them. I think there's one or two more that I have opened up somewhere. Who knows? For sure all the way on that other side, I think. But this is what it looks like right here. This is where we can actually sit around and do our testing, see how much comes through every time it gets harvested. It comes through here, and then up. I have these here just so I can close them when I'm not around. And then we also have little access here to the outside for temporary use. This is the piping that I came up with. I did a little bit of these, that way these corners, these little circles that I made out of the wood are decoration, and they also have a purpose. They have the corners covered that way because the trapdoors can't do the corners for the gaps. We actually don't need to do the gap at all, which looks a lot nicer, and then we have these wood designs so it adds a little bit feature to the pipe. So this is kind of the full design right here on the top with a cobblestone layer. We have all of the wood designs, some glass showing so we can see through, a little piping. It's not my best work, but it works since it's going to be underwater and never going to be seen or messed with probably. But I like the way the pipes look. If you come and look in here, you can see that I do have all that water flowing the right way. It still goes through. Looks a little bumpy. You know what? I think that's because the kelp is growing through it. I think it should still work. We'll have to see about that. Crap. If that's the case, we might have to raise the whole farm a little bit. But that's a future thing if that's the case. We're going to, for the sake of the video, just show you guys. I'm going to set this off, and then we'll go over to the other side, make sure that all goes through on a proper test. So what I'm going to do is come into here. I'm just going to activate all on my own. Isn't that just fun? Leg. Guys, back. I'm going to do it one more time because that's the position it should be in right now. But yeah, you can see all of these guys are floating up. I'm not going to collect me. I don't have any in my inventory. I just want to see what it is at the final thing and see how much you get there. But you can see that they're all flowing into the right spots as soon as they get to the top. These guys are getting pushed around a little bit. I'm wondering if they're ever going to get to a spot where they can flow or if they're just going to stay there. I didn't realize the kelp would grow that high. I figured I made it high enough, but might have to raise it a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to have... So we look right here. What's going on with this? Yeah, they're getting stuck in two currents. That's not good. Well, we can either do that, or actually the easier way to do this, we can just lower the kelp. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's 25 is the max life, so we have to go at least 25 down, probably 26. Whatever that is, we'll figure it out afterwards. They go up there. Now let's go see how much actually went through the pipes. If it actually showed up where I needed it to go. I made the pipes good. Throw out all this extra kelp. We'll see what we get just out of these pipes. Did it make its way here? Oh, it sure did. 56. Yeah, most of it got stuck up on top. We gotta go fix that. That's for gonna be. I'm gonna do that off camera. Right now we have something else. I'm gonna get my inventory cleaned out, get all this stuff out of my inventory. The shulker box is emptied, and then we're gonna load up for the next part of the episode. I am over here in the testing world, guys. For the next part of this video, we are working on something for the city. Something that's gonna be around the city, multiple different places if I get it to work. And I'm gonna have them all over the place. I want a faster way to travel other than walking and using rockets, so it's just within the city. Rockets are good when I want to leave the city and fly around, but I want to do it in a more fun way. So what I'm gonna try to do is get launch pads and get a design down that will shoot me up towards the top of the globe, and then will fly to wherever I want, and I can go to these random slime block launchers. Now, I know how to make it launch. The real question is, how high will it launch me? Because if I just run up on, let's say this is this right here. Or no, if I jump on it, all it does that. If I'm just walking on it and I shoot, don't go very high. So my question is, can I like double shoot myself? Will that make me go higher? And that's what I'm gonna try to figure out. So let's kind of count this here for a second. 1, 2, about 2 seconds to fall. So I'm gonna do some little testing here. This to give you our design though is the terracotta with the 2x2 slime block launcher in the middle. I'm gonna do some testing and kind of see what I can figure out for height, see how high I can get myself launched in a small little platform. Yeah, so I got off subject a little bit and got distracted. Now I'm trying to figure out how to teleport Ender Pearl in the sky so I can hit the ceiling of the city and then I fly, but I don't know how to do double jumps. I've looked up videos to try to help with the concept of it. It just doesn't seem. I'm still trying, I'm still going, but I need to make some kind of way to get up in the sky and fly. But isn't this pretty? Okay, so I scrapped all the old plans and we're going with something very basic. And I mean like the most basic you can get with a slime block launcher. I thought that I wanted to make, and it wasn't really just a thought, I wanted to make, what's best to use? What would I have a lot of that I'm never going to use? Oak, yeah, definitely oak, okay. No, I knew what I wanted, but I just don't see a way of doing it, I guess is the best way to put it. I was going to do the 2x2 launcher, the pushed me up 50 blocks to the surface of the city, you can fly anywhere you want. I think what I'm going to do now, that I know I can't do that very simply, I'm so distracted, trying to look for stuff all at the same time as this. It's very distracting. We're going to do a 1x1 launcher. It's the most simple. I'm sure most of you guys know what it looks like. All we're going to need is this, and now slime blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how many I need. I mean, I'm not going to make 64 of them today, I know that. And then we actually want a ton of sticky pistons, so we'll go like that. And that should be all we need. We're going to do the very basic of basically basic needs. And we are going to have a 1x1 launcher every third light or so in the street, just randomly displays. So we're going to start by having one right outside the door. That's where it's going to get used the most. If we kind of pick a more center point, right here would be good. I'm thinking like right here, which would be that. Is that a good spot? Let's see, I want the rockets out for this. I'm going to have to take a lot of consideration in when doing these because they look nice in the street, but I also don't want it to look out of place. So let's actually land on this roof here, get a best look probably from above here. I'm thinking it has to go a little over. You feel me on that one? I'm thinking so. I'm thinking something like right there. Which means that gets removed. We'd have this instead. Oh, well, I just got stuck. Replace that. Okay, I'm gonna die. Because I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Don't hit me. Not a single time more. That could have sucked real bad. We are gonna need to place these things back. Let's get some red over here. Magenta. And just so there's not a line of magenta, we'll also add pink. Okay. Now this is a very simple design. No. Okay, so that's a mistake for that one. I didn't even think of that. Our basement is below this one, this house. So we can't put one right there. We almost would have to put it over here. Or farther down this way. Which would also be okay if we had one like right here. Instead. This one should work. Yeah, this is just nothing. Yeah, so we'll do this one instead. And you guys are loud. Loud, loud, loud. I'll fix that later. The way these work, if you guys don't know, I would assume you do, but if you don't, they're basically just one piston, and then we have a redstone block there. Oh, I did that wrong. Ah, I need blocks. Just give me some stone. I'm cheating, guys. Go there. And I'm getting attacked again. Make a little plus sign. And fly out before I die. How did I not get damaged doing that? I don't even want to deal with you right now. I just want to fly out of here. Just fly out of here. There you go. Guys. Guys. Do you know how I feel? I'm just frustrated. And I was putting it over here, so we'll fly down nice and softly. Now this is where it gets easy. That's the hard part because I just had to pick a spot, but it's going to be piston, slime block, and then it's getting more difficult again because I was going to use polished andesite right there, but I can't because that'll get stuck, so we need to use furnaces or something. I might do some terracotta blocks just to kind of have it blend in a little bit, maybe. No, because I need to put pressure plates on them anyways, so I'll just do furnaces. So we have the furnaces now. We got to put redstone right by these guys on all 4 spots. There you go. And then furnaces. Now this will be right out in the open. I had an entire stack. There you go. And it kind of blends in. Not a lot, but like it goes with the mix match colors, so it doesn't need to be all solid, and that's okay. We'll have these throughout the road, and whenever we come across one, we can go up. And I gotta practice because these guys do take a little practice. Usually it works, but kind of run at it at an angle, because if you run at it straight forward, you'll see what that happens. I just hit it, and it comes up too quick. So you have to kind of come at it like at an angle. See, I want it to at least shoot above the house, but that's okay. That's why we're going to have multiple of them. Wish there was a way around this, though. I probably could. You know what? If I go like this. Pretend I don't have these at all. What would be so bad about this version of it? I'm never going to be coming at it from the front, but if I come like this, oh, I can't have that though. That wouldn't matter. I could be okay with that. And then you run at it. Wait, what just happened here? Oh, I need to put a block down. And red. But if I came at this like this side, I think I just hit that guy. Right? Yeah, it's stopping me from bouncing. So I need to get these guys out of here. A lot of practice and trial. It's very simple once I learn how to build it, but you guys get what I meant by the simple part, right? It's the fact that you absolutely need nothing other than just the simplicity things. There's no redstone under those, so I'll probably put the pressure plates back just for looks. Like that. But if I run over these, it does nothing. It's not until I get to that one. That's not bad. I like that. And if we have these all over the city, if I just go spot to spot, I flew from there to here about, kind of, so that's where I'll put it. It won't be the best flying, but it will be enough to go quicker. It's quicker than walking and running, but it's not as quick as if I just rocketed. So then I'll still have benefits from using rockets, but be a fun way to get around. So kind of like that, fly. If I can do this good, I have to practice this for sure. Let's fly from over here. I'll place one like right here, and then I'm sure the better I get, the farther I can get with it, because there's no way this is gonna work out. Maybe I'll make some parkour things. I'll go like this, and then if I do it right, I can always go up into a roof and have a jump pad on a roof. Wonder if that would work. Can I fly onto the pressure plate? No, not as far as I can tell. Timing this will be perfect though, because I can't fly right away. I have to. I almost just have to like jab the space button. If I do that, it's fine. Yeah, then I can for sure easily get over here. Okay, I'll work on that a little bit, and then we'll do the ending of the episode, because it's getting to that time where we're finishing up here. So I never noticed, but these benches are pretty big. I don't know. I almost kind of, not gonna lie, want to see what it looks like putting a minecart or a boat underneath these and then sitting in them and seeing if you can sit down. I know I've done that before with putting like a half slab on a minecart to make a seat. I should do that again. I should make benches like that and see what that looks like. But these, I got them done, at least for this part of the city that's already built. I took out these ones of redstone. They're still there for looks. But I took out the redstone, so only the sides work, and that's what it is for all of these. I also added one little secret one as well. So right as you're falling down, I'm still getting better at doing the flying, but I am getting better. And then I also realized you can't just run into the next one usually. I think I built them a little too close because of that reason. Like, that's a good distance. I can fly right out of the city, or I can come back. And I'm gonna have one over here, but I don't want to do that till I built the kelp farm smeltery. So we're gonna go back this way again. Nope. Sometimes I don't get it. It happens. But that's just how this works. It's a practice thing, but it's definitely fun to have in the city. Fun way to move around. If you come back this way, and I come up here, I can fly just about to here. I didn't make it that time, but then I have them on this top layer as well. You can almost consecutively do it if I do it good, but that's all of those, and then I have the one secret one on this top layer back here. If I get a good sprint going, that clearly wasn't a good sprint. There we go. And I can fly straight through down to, say, my record shop, because why not be at the record shop? Shut up, doorbell. Why did I build a doorbell? Yeah, it was a terrible noise. Why did I decide on that? We might have to change that guy. But I'm going to end the episode here, guys. So let's go out with some jazzy tunes. Can never go wrong in this. Leave a like if you liked. Subscribe if you'd like to watch some more. And leave a comment down below with some feedback of what you guys liked about the episode or what you didn't like. Also, channel update as well. I'm obviously still recording all of these ahead of time. I haven't uploaded in a couple weeks. If you guys have been keeping up with my channel at all, anyone who has been, you kind of have that under wraps and know about all that. In the progress for recording League of Legends and Minecraft. Right now I am in the process of downloading Far Cry 5. It is about 10-15% right now. It's been downloading for about 3 hours now, 2-3 hours. So I should have it by tomorrow. And I am going to play that and get a ton of recordings for those too. So you'll probably be seeing the next episode of Far Cry here in a bit as well after this. Keep that, guys, in mind as you're coming back to the channel and all that. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.